Hello and welcome to Scale Stuff. In today's video I'm going to show you how to stretch sprues. It's a simple and easy technique, and once you get the knack of it, stretch sprues are great for antenna aerials, rigging and small bars. To do this, all you're going to need is a piece of sprue and some sort of light flame. As this is the internet, be careful with fire, blah de blah de blah, don't burn your house down. It will be easier to do this with a lighter or candle flame rather than a gas stove, as a gas stove will instantly melt the plastic as it's too hot. Don't try this with a really short bit of sprue either, as you'll only burn your fingertips. And yeah, like I say, it's not really rocket science, but let's get on with it. Light your chosen source of ignition and hold the length of sprue above the flame. I find it helps to gently rotate the sprue, not in the flame, but about an inch or so above it. Remember, the objective is to heat the sprue, not set it on fire. After a few seconds, the plastic will suddenly start to droop. As soon as the sprue starts to droop, take it away from the flame and gently pull the two ends away from each other. Hold these two ends for a little while to let the plastic cool down. I find about 30 seconds is enough, as if you bend the plastic slightly as it's cooling, it will keep this shape. A slight bend though can work well for a whip back aerial, so it's something to bear in mind. For a thicker aerial, go slower. For a thinner aerial, go faster. And it's as simple as that. Just cut off the bit that's most useful to you and glue it to your model as you would with any other plastic part. I've found over the years that different manufacturers' plastic behaves slightly differently when using this method. Some brands, the plastic's really good for this method and you can get really long, thin lengths. And other brands, it just doesn't seem to work well, and the plastic will snap back into little burnt looking lumps. If you keep finding that this doesn't work like I've described, give up with this type of sprue, as it's not you, it's the composite of the polystyrene or something in the plastic that's used, maybe the dye. For some reason, and I don't know if there's anything to this, let me know in the comments if you've found this as well, but I've found that light green and grey sprue seems to work best for this technique, and tans and bluey green plastic tend to work not so well. Don't know if there's anything in the dye, but I don't know, as far as my thought process goes. I found it pays to hold on to a few bits of good sprue that you find work well with this technique, so you can make aerials as and when you need them. One last bit, when painting really thin stretch sprue, use as little paint as possible and try to cover the whole thing fast in one go, as sometimes painting really thin plastic will cause the plastic to warp as the paint dries and contracts. Anyway, that's all for today's brief video tip. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you find the video helpful. Until next time though, look after yourself and have a good one. Goodbye.